Yesterday's conspiracy theories, tomorrow's headlines. Most are still asleep and I ain't talking about no bedtime. The truth is not a Google search, you need to get your head right. The Greek goddess of illusion was called Media I'm not a coincidence theorist, I look for thread lines. Smashing every deadline, no longer smashing red wine. Though I can hear the bells chime, it feels like the end times. That probably should have been smashed on red wine. But the carnal mind is foolish, obey and end up ghoulish. Don't get used by instinct, take control and learn to use it. Make a load of earnest music, earn a few quid, learn a few tricks. Sure, the truth is persecuted, this whole world is pure abusive. Know a bit about everything and everything about nothing. Figured out my noggin while you picture out shopping. You sit about watching while I dish it out. Stop it, I don't mean to sound cocky, I'm not even proud of it. It's a second nature to me, just for me to sound honest. I don't even need to sound honest, never been about profit. Everything but out on it, you can bet your house on it. Doubt I'll be out for the count when the sounds, and I'm down for the beat, no beat down. I mean, how long's it been? Help me out. I've been the only one who's held me down. All in the mind, hell freeze now. Still sick with it, healthy how? Few bars down and the world freaked out. I don't reach out, I seek out to speak out. I'ma recount the reasons they beat out. I'm not the way, no way. I have seen the way. Speak, repeat, there's no way.
Hello. Welcome, everybody. Oh, the mic is right. The camera is right. How y'all doing, man? Hope you guys are having a great day. It's been a long day. It's going to be a long year, but I think I'm ready to be giving it my all. See, over the last few years, I've been building up just knowledge and strength and speed and, just collecting things that I need in my life to best suit myself for this time that we are in right now. The world is like going in all sorts of directions, right? And people aren't really finding a stable ground. Like people really can't find speed and motion because there's just so many different things and avenues and directions and opinions. But I've been able to focus in and dial in and continue what I do best. Stay fit, stay healthy, stay focused on information and figuring things out. Really getting myself one or two steps ahead of what people are stuck on. How could things be? But I try to get ahead and listening to everything I can and putting two and two together. What we're gonna do today is just go through some news from Twitter or documents, also like videos and information. Right here, this is from 2024. This is a live ABC, I guess you would say, news reporter, and here is
And
what
Jim,
he
is this
has to
part
say.
of that investigation? Is that winding down at all yet?
It is indeed, Jeff. Take a live look behind me. This is what's left of the FBI evidence recovery team inside this car. And take a look at this vehicle. We believe this is the owner of the business just returning to take back possession of his business. More on that in a second. But take a look. Another busy day out here on Detroit's east side, just down the road from City Airport. Sources say they have removed several boxes of what is believed to be human remains. Sources say many people. This was a big operation. And get this, inside this business, a saw used to cut up bodies, it is believed, all taken away as evidence to the Wayne County Medical Examiner's Office where it will be tested. This business is known as International Biological. It advertised as a medical educational service provider. The owner is Art Rathburn. He has a mortician license, has had in Michigan since 1982, but the big question is, did he get human bodies illegally? And was he selling them illegally? Just moments ago, the owner, we believe, showed up. I tried to ask him some questions. Mr. Rathburn, will you talk with us? What do you have to hide, sir? Now, sources tell me the FBI is not out here on a fishing expedition. Mr. Rathburn is not charged with any crime. He is not in custody. They did search his house in Grosse Pointe Park on Wednesday as well. How could he get bodies that are not donated to science? This is shocking to the funeral home industry in Metro Detroit. We're going to have more on that part of this story next hour at 6. Jeff, Carolyn?
Well, Jim, obviously some extensive evidence gathering there. Are we just at the tip of the iceberg on this investigation, you think?
Could very well, and we're not clear on how long it's going to take to do the testing of what is believed human remains. But get this, you had a death in your family, you thought there was a burial or a cremation, and then you find out the body ended up here. Shocking, to say the least.
Certainly so. A lot of questions remain tonight, Jim. Thank you. And Jim, is this part of the
Insane.
investigation?
That's
Is
just
that winding down
insane.
at all
So
yet?
there's a lot of
It is
stories
indeed,
about
Jeff.
how
Take a live look behind me.
morticians
This is what's
and
left of the
I
FBI
guess some of
evidence
these
recovery team inside this car. And take a look at this
agencies
vehicle.
that say
We
that
believe
they're
this is
doing
the
human
owner of the
testing for,
business just
you
returning
know,
to take back possession of his
science
business.
and
More on that in
medical
a second. But take a look. Another
advancements,
busy
right?
day out here
Using
on Detroit's
fetuses
east
and they're
side,
using
just down the road from City Airport.
parts,
Sources say they
organs,
have
and
removed
all sorts of
several
different things. Yeah,
boxes of
who
what
knows
is
exactly
believed to
what's
be
going on?
human
But I
remains.
tell you what, it's probably
Sources
not good.
say many
It's definitely
people. This was a
not good
big
that a lot of
operation.
this
And
is
get
linked
this,
to like
inside this
dark
business,
stuff,
a saw
darker stuff than
used to
what's
cut up
here,
bodies.
like
It is
Satanism and
believed, all
and
taken away as
like
evidence to
some
the Wayne
deeper
County
aspects of
Medical Examiner's
the
Office, where it will be tested.
disturbed
This business is known
individuals and
as
cults
International
who
Biological. It
use these
advertised
type
as a
of
medical
practices,
educational service
procedures,
provider.
and
The
bodies
owner is
and
Art
things like that.
Rathburn.
It's
He has a
ooh.
mortician license, has had in Michigan
This
since
was a
1982.
interesting
But
video.
the big question is,
I mean, I'm
did he
surprised
get
that they
human bodies
put
illegally?
this on
And
there.
was
I
he
mean,
selling them
I guess it would be
illegally?
up to the
Just
local
moments
news
ago,
station,
the owner, we believe, showed up.
director,
I
and
tried to
just
ask
run
him
it.
some
Screw
questions.
it, let's do it. And so, yeah,
Mr. Rathburn, will
insane.
you talk with us?
Next, check this out. Don't you think it's a little interesting that Resident Evil has the same logo as some of the virology and biotech institutions around the world? Corona also has the same wording and letters as raccoon. Well, it's not in the same spelling direction, but you flip the letters around and Corona and raccoon have the same letters. Next, it is like maybe some more to this Resident Evil conspiracy. For me, I believe Resident Evil is telling a whole bunch of truth about who and how and why and what they're really after.
You and I have the same employer. We all work for the Umbrella Corporation. The mansion above us is an emergency entrance to the hive. U.S. security operatives placed there to protect that entrance.
What about this?
Your marriage is a favor. Just part of your cover to protect the secrecy of the hive.
And what is the hive?
Children.
Accessing schematic of the hive.
Raccoon City, nearest urban city. The mansion where we found the path through which we gained access to the train, which in turn brought us to the hive. The hive itself is located underground, deep beneath the streets of Raccoon City.
Feel humans. Let us give you our power. Soon, you will become unable to resist this intoxicating power.
A top-secret research facility owned and operated by the Umbrella Corporation. The The Hive houses over 500 technicians, scientists, and support staff. They live and work underground. Their research is of the highest importance. Its nature is classified. Our position on the map is indicated by heat signature.
The power of worthy of I am now God of the Forge, slicer of worlds. Long ago, when I invaded my kingdom, my symbiote children betrayed me and imprisoned me here. Your champion has fallen. The planets will be mine. The King in Black is awake. I will kill your world. Everyone will burn you. Well,
It's pointless struggling. Abandon your body to the will of our God. You're a shitty missionary. You know that. Oh, Almighty, grant me the strength to crush your enemies. Son of a bitch. Ashley, run!
God, I thank you for your gift.
You want to get ugly? Let's get ugly.
Allow me to show you power can be granted by my mouth, and my will to God. The stage is set for the final.
Let's go replenish the ranks.
Never fails to inspire, does it? Each time a dynasty falls.
Remember your place, Father.
My place is at your side, dear husband. From here till end of this calendar.
Not running from this one. As much as I'd like to. Not every day you resurrected God. Don't worry, he will. He will come. No, you're coming with me. I won't leave you here. I'm going to save you.
Already. You have no power here. Right. Now, the grave. Tell your sister. I will draw you some of those boys like I found this road from Albury. Harry, do you know why Professor Quirrell was prepared to have you touch him? It was because of your mother. Failed him. She said it was cousin. And that kind of act leaves a mark. No. This kind cannot be seen. It lives in your very skin.
What is it?
And even Robert said to me too that there were breakaways from the off-world Germans, not necessarily all Dark Fleet, that were actually trying to help Earth, that broke away from the Draconian Empire. And he also told me about Kruger's helping us, where they have a technology that can kind of go back in time and replay a war out as many times as they want, and they have this tech. And he told me that Kruger was a corporation from alternate Earth. He said there's 8 Earths we know of, and only Kruger and I guess the Pleiadians that helped them discover this technology in their universe have the ability to go from one universe to another. And that's not like a very well-known technology. I don't think it's known in our universe, but they discovered it. And they're actually trying to get all the different like universes kind of on the same page, is how he described it, where there is like an AI that is in a separate universe that all the Draconians have this AI in them, and it's like a hive mind. And it was almost, they kind of surrendered to the AI because they realized the AI was more powerful than them, and probably figured they'd figure out a way to betray it later on and conquer this AI itself. But that seems to be what I can remember, what I heard from other people on base, like the XO and this lieutenant, that there's like this AI that lives in a different universe. And that's why it's so difficult to conquer, because it has the ability to jump from different universes. And we don't have that ability, but Kruger does. And that's what I was told what that corporation was.
Everything for a reason. Give me something to believe in. All these hands have got a hold on me. Give me something to believe in. As alive as you need me to be.
Lawyer. We all work.
Now let's go through this a little bit. So there's a map of this Racine, Wisconsin, Raccoon City, and eerily, it does have some similarities.
Umbrella Corporation.
Like they're
The mansion
split,
above
or
us is
maybe
an
they're
emergency entrance to the hive.
so
U.S. security operatives placed there to protect
wild.
that entrance.
Umbrella Corporation and their research institution in the same city. The hospital is in the same shape. The mines, they're incorporating the same mines of the area.
Secrecy of the hive.
And what is the hive?
The St. Michael Clock Tower, so they have the clock tower. So they have an underground city or a whoa. So inside of Racine, Wisconsin, by Johnson and Son, they built this crazy complex, this structure that seemingly would go underground, like a super city. It looks very, very, very much like the
Think of
Hive.
the Hive.
Raccoon City appears to
Whoa, very interesting. The emblem is based on the Hive, just as in Resident Evil.
the mansion
It's
where
an
the
emblem
family
of
and
Wisconsin,
which gained access to the train,
Racine.
which in turn
Whoa. So there's a whole bunch of craziness with the family themselves. They say they're a better work for people company, but they're like a secret fraternity, and they're into bioweapons and abuse of children and
which in turn
dark things. So like Stranger Things, they're
the
abusing
hive
children,
itself is located
and they're
underground.
trying to bring out some crazy demonic aspect. So the Umbrella Corporation in Resident Evil is the Red Cross, the Red Shield, the pretty much the Illuminati Red Shield. I
Deep
never
beneath
even
the
put that
streets of
together.
Raccoon City,
Feel humans. Let us give you
The Hive has a whole bunch of reference to, what these Illuminati traits eh, would be, and a lot of Freemasonic aspects and what's going on with the mission of what the Umbrella Corporation would be doing, um, to be the same in real life. These dudes who are like Epstein and all these dudes, they're just the same type of people.
our power.
So there's oof. This is very interesting. The architect for Epstein's Island main house is Edward Tuttle, who went to the University of Wisconsin in Madison, just 2 hours away from Racine. Ed was inspired by Frank Lloyd Wright. So it has something to do with Epstein in a sense. That whoa, this is strange. So the architect for Epstein's place was inspired by the same places of Resident Evil in a sense. So with what they're trying to do, these umbrella corporations and people like Epstein and Fauci, is definitely subject a human to extreme pain, torture, or viruses and parasites to be able to overtake the mind, destroy the person, turn them into a zombie or a demon or some type of mutative um, genetic offspring and freak. So, they abuse children and abuse girls, they abuse whoever they can.
facility owned and operated.
Very interesting with Resident Evil. I'm gonna go watch Resident Evil here later. So yeah. Next, though, we're gonna start winding down a little bit. Ray J claimed Jay-Z wanted him to stop someone telling him to work they were sexually abused as a teenager. So like by winding down, not so deep.
Baby, just say you was forced to put this
rabbit
up.
hole
Ain't
and
no way you was
conspiracy
going
and
hard and speaking
get our
your
mind back
truth
to
about what
reality,
Chris
I
did to
guess.
you. I honestly feel like this a cover up for something else, and I hope you okay. Another person said, wait a dang minute. You was saying Chris Stokes did this to you for years now on YouTube, and the story changes? It's giving hacked. Cause what? Now this is where things started to get a little shady. Cause shortly after this, a video went viral of Ray J giving Raz a call and telling him that Jay-Z wanted him to recant the allegations about Chris. This was a huge shock to a lot of people because they didn't understand why Jay was getting himself involved in all this when it didn't have nothing to do with him. In the call, Ray J was telling Raz that he was receiving phone calls from Jay and Diddy, telling him to give direct orders to Raz to recant the things he was saying about Chris, or else things was gonna get real ugly. Raz looked visibly scared about what Ray J was telling him over the phone because he's been in the industry long enough to know that Jay and Diddy were not bluffing, and they really had the power to make his life a living hell if he didn't do what they wanted him to.
Done. I got you. I got you. I got you, Ray, and I need you to have me too, because I think I. Nah, I respect you, Ray. Nah, I would never want to disrespect you, your mom, or your sister.
Later in that video, Raz even went on to tell Ray how exactly he was planning to recant this statement and how he was gonna make the whole thing look so organic so nobody suspects that he was talked into recanting these allegations.
What I do is I do some kind of like little video on World Star. I make it real organic, but I do like a little video where I'm playing a song or whatever, and I clear that for everybody or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I can either do it that way. Hold on. I don't even want you to play the song. Like, I just want you to be like, because I'm on a whole other page, and like, you know, I got endorsers and shit. I'm getting a lot of paper now. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I can't diss anybody that's any kind of.
Ever since this video came out, a lot of people have been convinced that Jay was also in on it, and that's why he was out here doing all this dirty work.
Jay-Z's gay. Gay motherfucker. And dude, Jay-Z, Beyonce, gay. Nah, they probably fucking eat kids or on the real with Epstein, and so that's why they gay and they fucked up. They satanic fools. Anyways, off with their head. Next, we gonna check it out with Cuba releasing the footage of the arsenal from the Florida speedboat that fired on their Coast Guard. Check this out.
Tenemos, por favor, coronel. ¿Qué es lo que tenemos aquí?
Bueno, aquí tenemos el armamento largo. Estos son los fusiles Ruge de precisión. Este tiene un reductor de sonido, lo que comúnmente se llama como silenciador.
Sí.
Tenemos aquí 3 fusiles AKM. Estos son fusiles AR-15 de combate. Este es un fusil Tacoró de cartucho. Y aquí tenemos una escopeta Winchester que igualmente es calibre 12, de lo que comúnmente se llama mazorca. Todo este armamento venía dispuesto, además de las pistolas que vamos a ver ahí,
estas pistolas que están aquí,
para los 12.846 cartuchos que tenemos ahí.
Sí.
Aquí hay una representación de las armas de fuego. Esta pistola, fundamentalmente, que es una pistola conocida como 5.6, es la pistola cuyos proyectiles están ocupados ahí, que puede penetrar los chalecos antibalas, los cócteles molotov, los alimentos. Aquí tenemos algunos suplementos técnicos.
¿Eso qué es?
Miras telescópicas.
Esto que se ve al lado.
Los calibres 12 para las escopetas. Las escopetas que están ahí. Este es un chaleco especial para francotiradores, porque estos fusiles se usan por los francotiradores. Y
Esos serían el número que teníamos aquí, los que dicen Ruger Precision, el 7
son
y el 9, serían esos dos. Y son comprobables las series, todas las numeraciones que ustedes están mostrando.
Son comprobables. Esto tiene su aditamento de agua y todo. Ustedes saben que los francotiradores pasan tiempo esperando para ejecutar la acción.
¿Qué más tenemos hacia
aquí tenemos una gran cantidad de municiones. Aquí están las municiones.
O sea, que superan las 12.000.
Las 12.000. Tenemos, bueno, la planta eléctrica, el equipo Sterling.
¿El Starling es aquel que está allá?
Este que está aquí,
el equipo
satelital.
Satelital, sí.
Que por supuesto facilita las comunicaciones del lugar donde estén.
Claro.
Tenemos un dron que está ahí en completo funcionamiento con 2 cámaras, 10 equipos de comunicaciones, que son estos que están aquí detrás.
Son cargadores.
Los cuchillos comando que venía cada uno dispuesto para un equipo. Aquí tenemos los emblemas de las autodefensas del pueblo y los emblemas del movimiento contrarrevolucionario 30 de noviembre que le fueron ocupados en los uniformes que ellos traían. Estos cascos que tienen su aditamento de visión, casco de ejército. Todas esas mochilas venían con su módulo, como yo expliqué.
El módulo contiene, grosso modo.
El módulo tiene uniforme, lleva botas, lleva alimentos, los alimentos están aquí, alimentos de cocción rápida. Esto que está aquí es para camuflajear.
Esto acá.
Para camuflajearse, sí, eso es una tela que usted se la pone y puede avanzar, escurrirse, ¿no? Camuflajearse, como se dice, camuflajearse y avanzar.
Aquí tenemos este otro.
Estos son cargadores que por supuesto están además para cada uno de esos armamentos, y tenemos una cizalla aquí para corte si fuera necesario picar cerca, picar candado, penetrar en determinados lugares. Tienen cantimplora.
Atención a todos aquellos que decían que venían a ayudar. A todos los que decían, estoy por aquí, que venían a ayudar. Hagamos un paneo detallado de todo lo que se está viendo aquí. De todo lo que se está viendo aquí. Ustedes lo trajeron todo, coronel. O sea, esto es todo lo que se ocupó. Absolutamente todo.
Fíjate, este armamento, estos fusiles, para hacerlo de manera más rápida, además del poder de fuego, tienen un poder de precisión entre 400 y 800 metros.
400 y 800 metros.
Entre 400 y 800 metros. Es decir, indistintamente, pero son fusiles que tienen alta potencia. El trabajo técnico criminalístico ha determinado que todos estos medios se encuentran en perfecto estado y óptimos para el disparo. Quiere decir que todo esto que está aquí puede ser usado.
Podía ser usado.
Podía ser usado en cualquier momento.
Primer coronel, si nosotros comparamos todo esto que está aquí con lo que usted dijo que tenía la lancha de guardafronteras, que pudo neutralizar.
Supera extraordinariamente el armamento nuestro de plantilla y ya lo expliqué anteriormente, también la cantidad de sujetos, de personas que había en aquella lancha. Era una correlación para incalculable. Realmente, si nosotros no respondemos como actuamos, realmente los muertos hubieran sido de la parte cubana.
Gracias.
That shit was wild to see all of these weapons.
¿Qué es lo que tenemos aquí?
Seems like they had some American help.
Estos son los fusiles
I don't know.
de precisión.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of those weapons came from America. It seems like even the Starlink terminal.
Yeah, so that guy turned. Do you guys remember David Gilernter from the weird chronophiliac email of the file. This feller here, David Gillern, recently lost his job at Yale for being linked back to the Epstein emails and sending like an inappropriate. Yeah, so that guy, turns out he's a victim of the Unabomber. He received a mailed-in incendiary device in 1993. According to reports, the Unabomber was targeting individuals who directly were responsible for the destruction of nature and the building of new technology. And with light shed from the recent emails, people are finding that Unabomber targets were friends with Jeffrey Epstein. The Unabomber timeline, victims, and target lists are so thoroughly documented online, it takes nothing to look at the list and compare it to names searched in the database. And what's even crazier is, while looking up the relationship between Unabomber victims and Jeffrey Epstein's friends, I found that a journalist named Jack Epstein in 2021 discovered that he had letters written to him by the Unabomber. It's all getting so convoluted now. Peace, love, and hippie drugs, and keep seeking.
Apologize. I was paying attention to my eyelids. Check her out. Epstein was at the New York Knicks game, and this is wild. You see him like alongside girls, and one of them seems like I don't know what to say, man. A young girl, and it's just him and the women, the handlers, and the older women that he's getting the girls from. But just tells you though that like these Epstein type dudes, they're at the games, they're at the fight, front row, they got all the money.
Aquí nos encontramos uno de los recientes hallazgos del Templo Mayor. Corresponde obviamente a la ofrenda 189, pero esto detonó que participáramos en esta ocasión en el Colegio Nacional porque hemos como equipo excavado dos contextos rituales similares anteriores, lo que nos permitiría entender de alguna manera mejor esta complejidad y esta ceremonial ritual mexica, porque como se comentaba en un momento, es la etapa o la cuarta etapa constructiva del Templo Mayor, es de las más completas a nivel arquitectónico y lo que permitió la conservación de estos depósitos rituales. Entonces, en esta ocasión, al hallar un nuevo Tepetlacali, es un cúmulo de información que nos habla de un momento histórico muy particular de la sociedad mexica, ¿no? Tanto a nivel arqueológico como a nivel histórico.
Como parte de las exploraciones que se dieron a finales de los 70, a raíz de que se encontró el monolito de la diosa de la luna Coyolxauhqui, se habían explorado algunos cofres transportables, cofres de piedra, conocidos como Tepetlacali, y este tipo de ofrendas fueron localizadas en la parte frontal del Templo Mayor de Tenochtitlan. A raíz de esos hallazgos, se pudo determinar que este tipo de cajas o de ofrendas transportables estaban localizadas por debajo de las cabezas de serpiente de gran formato que se encuentran rodeando toda la plataforma de la etapa 4A del Templo Mayor, que data de 1440 a 1469, y que debajo de estos elementos arquitectónicos vamos a encontrar cajas de piedra con diferentes contenidos. Es por esto que en el año 2023 el doctor Leonardo López Luján nos indicó pues que íbamos a hacer una nueva exploración justamente para tratar de hallar las cajas de piedra o tepetlacalis que no se habían explorado tanto del lado este del Templo Mayor, la plataforma del lado este del Templo Mayor, como del lado sur. realizamos pues una inspección del área que se va a excavar, decidimos qué es lo que es necesario para poder mantener el espacio y a mis compañeros también en el mejor estado posible. Esto quiere decir que ponemos toldos, hacemos protecciones a los elementos arquitectónicos y también a los elementos escultóricos que están adyacentes al área a la que vamos a excavar. Previo a la excavación realizamos también el movimiento de las cabezas de serpiente junto con ellos y pues con todo este trabajo se detona o se inicia el trabajo de conservación. También, pues durante la excavación somos quienes auxiliamos al equipo de excavación para que las condiciones se mantengan todo el tiempo que sea necesario en las mejores condiciones posibles, ¿no? Que sea estable.
Básicamente mi trabajo es estar en la excavación, porque eso me permite hacer una identificación preliminar de las especies. También me permite ver cómo están dispuestas dentro de las ofrendas y cuáles se depositaron primero, cuáles después, y así hasta la parte superior, cómo se van depositando. También me permite saber cuál es el grado de deterioro que presentan las conchas.
Esta etapa es en la que más han encontrado objetos de estilo mezcala, ya fuera máscaras o figuras antropomorfas de todo el resto de todas las demás etapas, ya sean anteriores o posteriores. Es la etapa en la que más abunda este tipo de materias. Está hablando de esa expansión y de cómo había una abundancia de estos materiales y cómo trajeron todos esos materiales aquí hasta Tenochtitlan y fueron colocados en diversas ofrendas de esta etapa y de otras.
Las tres ofrendas son muy parecidas, o sea, en lo que se parecen es en el tipo de especies que se encuentran en cada una de ellas. O sea, por ejemplo, lo que es común a las tres ofrendas son las neritas escabricostas, los hexaplex, que son, o sea, todos son caracoles.
En las dos ofrendas del lado sur, es decir, la 186 y la 189, aparecieron 4 pendientes a 2 y 2 en cada caja, 4 pendientes de serpiente, justamente de piedra blanca en una y verde en la otra caja. Vemos diferentes tipos de tallado y de acabado entre ellas. Hay unas figuras que están muy bien detalladas y otras que son, por decirlo así, muy rústicas, por decirlo de alguna forma. Entonces esto podría estar hablando quizá de la antigüedad de las mismas, que algunas sean mucho más antiguas, las más rústicas, que parece que varias de ellas las fabricaron a partir de un hacha, una preforma de hacha, no sé, que las vemos en área olmeca o en otros lados, y de ahí la antropomorfizaron para hacer este tipo de figuritas, y hay otras que sí ya tienen un tallado mucho más fino, son mucho más grandes, y eso podría denotar que quizá estas sean mucho más recientes. Pues una vez que nosotros tenemos todo limpio, todo seco y todo estabilizado, procedemos a realizar embalajes. Estos embalajes son pues la manera en la que nosotros podemos asegurar a largo plazo que las colecciones se encuentren en un buen estado de conservación. Más o menos cada ofrenda se ha tardado entre 6 y 8 meses en la excavación total. Los procesos de conservación, como les digo, empiezan antes y terminan mucho después, porque tenemos que tomar en cuenta que se hacen las restituciones no solo de las cabezas de serpiente, sino también de los aplanados que tuvieron que ser retirados para poder excavar adecuadamente.
Si las piezas, pues también faltaría hacerle algunos análisis petrográficos para ya definir quizá la procedencia de la materia prima y a partir de ahí, como te comentaba, cerrar los datos duros de la procedencia y que concuerden con las propuestas que estamos manejando.
Gobierno de México.
Have a good night, y'all. Be blessed. Be high. See you guys tomorrow.